Chosen one. Listen carefully. This is not a random video. This is not an accident. The very fact that you are hearing my voice and these words are finding their way to your heart is living proof that you are divinely guided. You are here because you were meant to receive this message at this exact moment in time. The universe, the heavens, and the divine have aligned to ensure this truth reaches you. Today, I want you to take this seriously because this is not just another video. This is your confirmation. This is the answer to the question you've quietly carried in your heart for years. Was I truly chosen from birth? I speak to you not as a stranger, but as a spiritual teacher, a guide, and someone who has walked this path long before you. I understand the weight you carry. I know the silent battles you fight, and I know the quiet strength that resides within you, even when the world overlooks it. I know because I too am part of the same divine calling. You are not just someone wandering through life by chance. You are a chosen one, selected by God Himself, set apart from the crowd, marked for a divine purpose the moment you drew your first breath on this earth. Take a moment to comment below if you already feel this message speaking to your soul. Type 777 in the comments if you feel that deep inner knowing stirring within you as you listen to these words. Let the world witness your confirmation. Let the spiritual realm see your awakening today. And if you haven't done so yet, I urge you to subscribe to this channel, Rise of the Chosen, and tap the bell icon because we are building a sanctuary for the chosen ones and you belong here. You see, being a chosen one is not something you earn later in life. It is an identity woven into your very being from the beginning. Before your family recognized your uniqueness, before the world tried to mold you into something ordinary, heaven had already placed a mark upon your life. Your spirit has quietly carried this truth, waiting for the right moment to surface, waiting for the right teacher to remind you of who you truly are. That moment is now, and that teacher is here. I want you to understand something crucial from the start. Many people will live their entire lives never realizing they were chosen. They will miss the signs. They will ignore the whispers of their soul. But not you. You are awake enough to receive this truth today, which means you are further along your spiritual awakening than you may realize. The journey of the chosen ones begins long before we understand it. From birth, there have been signs, signals, and spiritual confirmations surrounding you. The strange feeling of being different, the moments of deep reflection, even as a child, the inexplicable awareness of things others could not see. All of this has been your spiritual compass trying to point you toward your divine path. Do not ignore this moment. Do not let it slip away like so many other messages you've encountered and forgotten. This is not entertainment. This is divine education. This is the wisdom you've been seeking, and it has found you today. Breathe deeply, center your spirit, and prepare your heart because by the end of this message, you will no longer wonder if you are the chosen one. You will know it with certainty. I will guide you through clear signs that will open your eyes to the truth you've always felt deep inside. I will show you how the pain you've endured, the isolation you've faced, and the strength you've built are not coincidences. They are the fingerprints of the divine upon your life. Stay with me through this entire journey, because every part of what I reveal is a piece of your story. You are about to see your life through spiritual eyes, and it will never look the same again. So if you are ready, chosen one, let us walk this path together. Let this be the day you no longer question but boldly declare your identity. Type 777 in the comments as your first step of confirmation. Now subscribe, tap the bell, and open your heart to what is about to unfold. Your divine awakening begins here, understanding what it means to be chosen by God. Since birth, chosen one. Before we dive deeper, you must understand this truth with crystal clarity. Being chosen by God from birth is not a fantasy. It is not wishful thinking, and it is certainly not a title given by the world. It is a spiritual reality sealed in the heavens long before your soul ever entered this earth. To be chosen is to be set apart by divine will, marked for a sacred mission that began long before you took your first breath. This is not something that happened later in life because of your good deeds or your prayers. No, this is something that was already written in the book of life about you before you even arrived. When God selects someone as a chosen one from birth, He wraps them in a spiritual covering that is unseen to the human eye, but fully known in the spiritual realm. From the very beginning, your life carries a heavenly assignment. You are born into purpose, even when your surroundings seem ordinary, even when your upbringing may have been difficult or humble. The truth of your identity never changes. Heaven's mark upon you is permanent. It is your divine signature. You may have noticed even as a child that there was something different about you, something unexplainable. You saw the world with different eyes while others were busy chasing distractions. You found yourself questioning the deeper meanings of life. You felt things more deeply. You sensed energies, noticed unspoken truths, and carried an inner wisdom that seemed far beyond your years. These were not accidents. These were early whispers from the divine, gentle reminders that you are a chosen one born for a higher purpose. Many people misunderstand what it means to be chosen. Some think it means life will be easy. Some think it means instant blessings, fame, or recognition. But the reality is often the opposite. The life of a chosen one is marked not just by favor, but by fire. From the beginning, you carry both a crown and a cross. You are watched, not only by heaven, but by the enemy as well. The forces of darkness recognize your light long before you do, and that is why many chosen ones experience attacks. From a young age, the enemy tries to dim the light before it fully shines. But do not fear this, chosen one. Understand it, embrace it. Know that every trial, every struggle, every moment of pain has been allowed only because you are destined to overcome it and become stronger. You were never meant to blend in. You were created to stand out, to rise, and to lead others toward the light. This is the burden and the blessing of the chosen ones. When you are chosen by God since birth, your spiritual awakening begins earlier than most. Even if you did not have words for it, even if you did not fully understand it, your soul has always known there was more to life than what meets the eye. You may have felt restless in environments where others were comfortable. You may have questioned rules and systems that others blindly followed. This is because the spirit of a chosen one cannot be caged. It hungers for truth. It seeks divine purpose. It refuses to be satisfied with the shallow distractions of the world. Let me remind you, chosen one, you have been carrying a divine assignment in your spirit since the day you arrived. Heaven trusted you with a mission so great that it began shaping you from birth. Every challenge you faced was preparation. Every tear you cried was watering the seeds of your future harvest. You have been molded by the hand of God Himself, crafted for such a time as this. And here you are now, listening to these words, not by coincidence, but by divine appointment. Your soul has been drawn to this message because it recognizes the truth being spoken. If you feel that pull in your heart right now, know this: you are not here by chance. You were chosen. You are here on divine purpose. Your awakening is just beginning. I want you to type 111 in the comments as a public declaration of your divine identity. Let heaven and earth bear witness that you are stepping into the awareness of who you truly are. Remember, to be chosen by God since birth is to walk a different path. It is to carry light into dark places. It is to be misunderstood by many but deeply known by the divine. It is to feel like a stranger in this world because your citizenship belongs to a higher kingdom. Embrace this, stand tall in it, stop doubting your worth and your place in this journey. You are not here by mistake. You are not watching this by accident. You are a chosen one, marked from the beginning, protected by angels, guided by divine wisdom, and called to fulfill a purpose far beyond what you have imagined. This is your truth. This is your reality now. Own it with boldness and let the awakening of your soul continue. The early signs in childhood. The mark of the chosen one. Think back to your earliest memories before the world told you who to be, before society tried to fit you into its narrow mold. There were signs that whispered to your soul that you were not like everyone else. You felt it even then, didn't you? There was always this invisible thread pulling you away from the ordinary and toward something greater. That is not your imagination. That is the mark of the chosen one, revealed in childhood long before you could understand its meaning. From your earliest days, you were destined for something extraordinary. The chosen ones often sensed the weight of their uniqueness. While other children played without a care, you felt a strange heaviness, a depth of thought far beyond your years. You noticed things others did not. You could feel the unspoken energy in a room. You could sense when something wasn't right, even if no one else acknowledged it. This sensitivity is one of the first signs of being chosen since birth. It is as if your spirit was already tuned to higher frequencies long before you had the language to explain it. You may have been called sensitive, overly emotional, or even strange by those around you. But what they failed to understand was that you were spiritually awake in a way that others were not. Where others saw only what was visible, you perceived the invisible. You felt the energies that surrounded people. You absorbed emotions, not just your own, but also the feelings of those around you. While others were comfortably blind to the deeper layers of existence, you were seeing through the veil. From a young age, chosen ones often face loneliness, not because they want to be alone, but because they feel different from those around them. You might have felt like you didn't quite fit in, no matter how hard you tried. It is not because you were lacking, but because your spirit was set apart. Isolation is a tool used by the divine to protect you. In your early years, you were spiritually shielded so that the noise of the world would not drown out the voice of your higher calling. Many chosen ones encounter hardships in their family environment. Perhaps you were born into dysfunction, poverty, or conflict. Maybe you felt unseen or misunderstood even by your closest relatives. Understand this clearly. These trials were not punishments. They were spiritual preparations. God allowed you to experience these challenges early in life to sharpen your discernment and deepen your resilience. You are being prepared for the mission ahead. And now, in this very moment, you are stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. The time has come for you to rise, chosen one. Embrace your identity. Stand firm in the knowledge that you are marked by the divine for a purpose greater than you can even imagine. You are being prepared to carry a heavy anointing. Preparation always comes before elevation, and you, chosen one, are being prepared for something great. Perhaps you recall vivid dreams from your childhood, visions of light, encounters with spiritual beings, or dreams that felt so real they stayed with you for years. These are not random night wanderings of the mind for the chosen ones. Dreams are often doorways to divine communication. The spiritual realm has been speaking to you since you were a child, planting seeds of wisdom and revelation for the journey ahead. Another unmistakable sign is your early compassion and deep desire to help others. Even as a child, you felt the pain of others as if it were your own. You wanted to heal, to comfort, to protect. This is because the soul of the chosen one carries the heart of a guide, a protector, a spiritual warrior. Your empathy is not a weakness. It is a divine tool entrusted to you by God to fulfill your calling, chosen one. Reflect on these experiences. Do they echo your childhood memories? If they do, I want you to declare it boldly in the comments. Type 333 right now and let your soul acknowledge what it has always known. This is your recognition moment. You are not just remembering the past, you are awakening to the truth that was written in your spirit all along. There's more. Even in your moments of rebellion, confusion, or mistakes as a child, there was always something that pulled you back from the edge. Some invisible force kept you from going too far into darkness. That was divine protection. The chosen ones carry heavy destinies, and heaven guards them fiercely from birth. How many times did you feel that unseen hand redirecting your steps, saving you from dangers you could not see? This is not coincidence, this is confirmation. Understand this, chosen one. These early signs were not random. They were heaven's way of marking you, of confirming your identity, even before you fully awakened to it. While others walked blindly through life, you were being prepared from your first breath. Every childhood tear, every moment of feeling like the outsider, every dream that stirred your soul, they were all divine signals of your chosenness. As we continue on this journey, keep these memories close. They are not just fragments of the past. They are proof of your spiritual lineage. You are part of a sacred lineage of souls chosen by God for such a time as this. You were born carrying light, born to lead, born to awaken others, and it all began in the quiet whispers of your childhood. So let us move forward together with open eyes and an open spirit. The signs of your chosenness have been with you from the very beginning. Now it is time to understand them fully and step boldly into your divine destiny, the unseen spiritual awakening from birth, chosen one. Let me tell you something deeply profound that many miss. Your spiritual awakening did not begin the moment you became aware of it. No, for you, the awakening started long before your mind could even understand the word awakening. It began the very moment your soul crossed the veil and entered this world. The awakening of a chosen one is not an event of adulthood. It is a continuous unfolding that starts at birth, silent yet powerful, shaping your entire journey. Even as an infant, your spirit was already alert. While the world saw a child learning to crawl and speak, the spiritual realm saw a warrior in the making. The stirrings of your purpose were present in your earliest moments in ways you might not have recognized back then, but will recognize now. As you look back with awakened eyes, there were moments of deep reflection. Even in your youth, a quiet sensing that life carried more meaning than what others around you seemed to perceive. You see, chosen one, you were never spiritually asleep in the way others have been. From the start, your spirit remained connected to the divine frequency. You have always been a part of something greater. Your awakening was happening quietly, continuously, and powerfully, long before you even realized it. Now you are awakening fully, and the world will witness the fulfillment of your divine calling. Even when your mind was too young to interpret the messages, your heart felt them. The gentle nudges, the flashes of intuition, the dreams filled with symbolism you could not yet decode. These were early signs of your unseen spiritual awakening. You were born carrying a wisdom that transcends human understanding, a wisdom gifted to you by God Himself. This is why, growing up, you often felt as if you were living in two worlds at once. There was the physical world of daily routines, school, family, life, and friendships. But beneath all that, there was a deeper, richer world unfolding within you. A spiritual reality filled with divine whispers and sacred signals. You felt this contrast deeply while others were content with surface-level experiences. Your soul yearned for depth, for truth, for connection with something greater than yourself. Some of you may even remember moments of stillness in your childhood, where time seemed to stop and you felt an overwhelming sense of presence. Perhaps you sat alone under the sky, gazing at the stars, feeling as if they were speaking directly to you. Perhaps you walked through nature and felt the earth's energy flowing through you. These were not random feelings, chosen one. These were moments of divine alignment, moments when your spirit was fully awake and tuned to the higher dimensions. I invite you to pause right now and reflect if these experiences resonate with your childhood memories. Type 111 in the comments to affirm it. Let your declaration echo into the spiritual realm. You are not awakening today for the first time. You have been awakening since your very first breath. There is a reason you have always been drawn to spiritual truths, even as others dismissed them. There is a reason you felt restless in shallow conversations, why your heart craved meaning in a world so easily satisfied by the temporary. It is because your spirit recognized the eternal long before your mind could name it. This is the sign of a soul chosen by God, a soul born with divine awareness. Let's go deeper. Physical manifestations of your awakening. Many chosen ones experience unexplained physical sensations during their early awakening stages. Chills when hearing truths, sudden bursts of energy when in alignment with their purpose, or even a sense of pressure between their brows, where the third eye is believed to reside. These physical manifestations are not mere coincidences. They are your body responding to the awakening light of your spirit. Even the challenges you faced growing up were part of this awakening process. Difficulties pushed you to question deeply, to seek answers beyond what was easily given. Pain sharpened your spiritual senses. Loneliness created space for divine encounters. Rejection by people opened the door to acceptance by God. Understand, chosen one. Every part of your journey has been part of your spiritual awakening. Even the parts that felt like setbacks. There is beauty in this invisible process. While others wait for a dramatic event to wake them up, you have been slowly and steadily unfolding like a sacred flower opening petal by petal in divine timing. You might not have seen the full picture in your younger years, but looking back now, you can see the patterns, the undeniable signs that you have been chosen and awakened since birth. Chosen by God means your awakening is woven into the very fabric of your existence. It is not something you can turn off or walk away from. Even in your moments of doubt, your spirit remains awake. Even when you tried to ignore the calling never ignored you. It stayed. It waited. It continued to pull you toward your destiny. Now, as you hear these words, feel that deep stirring within you. That is your spirit recognizing the truth. That is your soul standing at attention, ready to step fully into the awareness of who you are. The time has come, chosen one. You are ready to walk in your divine purpose. This is the moment where the unseen becomes seen, where the quiet awakening within you becomes a roar that echoes through your entire being. So, chosen one, embrace this awakening that has been unfolding since your first breath. Honor the journey, honor the signs, and honor the divine hand that has guided you every step of the way. Comment 111 below. If you feel this awakening pulsing through you even now, subscribe if you haven't yet, because this is not the end. It is only the beginning of what you are about to discover. Your unseen awakening is becoming visible, undeniable, and unstoppable. Walk boldly into it. Signs through struggles. Pain is proof of purpose, chosen one. If there is one thing I want you to understand deeply, it is this. Your pain has never been random. Every struggle, every hardship, every tear you cried in silence has been connected to your purpose. I know that sounds difficult to accept, especially when you've endured so much. But believe me, as someone who walks this path alongside you, as someone speaking not from theory but from truth, I say to you today with full authority, your pain is proof of your purpose. From the moment you arrived in this world, trials seemed to find their way to you. Even as a child, life may have felt unusually heavy while others lived carelessly. You carried burdens on your young shoulders. You asked yourself questions others never even considered. Why is life so difficult for me? Why do I face so many obstacles? Why do I feel like an outsider even in places where I should belong? Chosen one, the answer lies in your divine identity, because you are chosen, because your destiny is extraordinary, your trials have been equally intense. Pain is the refining fire that prepares the chosen ones for their divine mission. Without it, you would not develop the spiritual strength required to carry the weight of your calling. Understand this. Gold is purified in fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and warriors are trained in the heat of battle. Your life has been no different. Every painful experience has been a spiritual furnace, burning away what does not serve you, strengthening what remains, and shaping you into the vessel capable of carrying divine light into this world. Think back to some of your most difficult moments. Perhaps it was betrayal by someone you trusted deeply. Perhaps it was a season of deep loneliness when it felt like no one truly understood you. Or maybe it was the constant inner battle between giving up and holding on. These are not mere unfortunate events. They are the battlefield scars of the chosen one. They are the markings of someone being prepared for greatness. Every wound, every struggle has been part of your divine preparation. You have been shaped by these trials to carry out your purpose. The struggles were not designed to break you. They were meant to make you stronger, to build you into the force you are destined to become. Stand tall, chosen one, for you have been prepared for something powerful. The time has come to walk in your purpose with unwavering faith. Your mission is just beginning. Your enemies, whether they knew it or not, were tools in the hand of the divine. Yes, chosen one, even the ones who tried to break you were unknowingly participating in your preparation. They thought they were tearing you down, but they were actually building your endurance. They thought they were silencing your voice, but they were actually forcing you to go deeper, to tap into the well of wisdom hidden inside your soul. Pain teaches the chosen ones what comfort never can. It teaches compassion for others who suffer. It teaches resilience when storms come. It teaches reliance on God when human strength runs out. These lessons cannot be learned from books or sermons alone. They are carved into your soul through experience, through the tears cried on your pillow at night, through the silent prayers whispered when no one else was listening. If you have felt this in your own life, I want you to boldly declare it now in the comments by typing 777. Let this be your moment of recognition, your moment of power. You are not a victim of life's cruelty. You are a survivor, a warrior, a chosen one who has been tempered by pain and strengthened by trials. There is a special kind of wisdom that only comes from walking through fire. You can see through lies because you've been lied to. You can spot danger from afar because you've been in the middle of it. You can lead others out of the darkness because you yourself have walked through it and emerged with your light still burning. This is why chosen ones often become guides, healers, and spiritual leaders. Not because they are perfect, but because they have endured and understand the weight of human suffering. Chosen one, let me say this to you with the weight of divine truth. The depth of your pain is a direct indication of the height of your calling. The enemy does not attack the ordinary. He attacks those with destiny in their DNA. He tries to discourage the ones who carry the power to change lives. But here you are, still standing, still listening, still seeking truth. That alone is proof of your divine resilience. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are badges of honor in the spiritual realm. Each one tells a story of survival, of perseverance, of unbreakable faith. Wear them with pride, not shame. They are the proof that you have been prepared by fire and emerged stronger, wiser, and more equipped to fulfill your divine purpose. The pain you have endured is not the end of your story. It is the foundation upon which your victory will be built. Your purpose is rising from the ashes of your past trials. What was meant to destroy you is now the very thing that will elevate you. Trust this process. Chosen one, trust that every tear has watered the soil of your destiny. Every battle has forged your spiritual armor, and every struggle has strengthened your resolve. Remember this always. Pain is the evidence of purpose. You have been chosen since birth. Not for a life of ease, but for a life of impact. Your journey is proof of this calling. Stand tall in it, embrace it, walk forward knowing that your pain has shaped you into a vessel ready to carry light into a dark world. So, chosen one, lift your head high. Let your spirit rise above your past wounds. Declare once more in the comments 777. If you feel the fire of this truth igniting within you, subscribe and stay connected, because this is just the beginning of what is about to unfold in your life. Your purpose is greater than your pain, and your destiny is calling you forward. Isolation and inner calling, the silent voice. That never leaves you, chosen one. You have known isolation more deeply than most. It has followed you like a shadow, even in places filled with people, at family gatherings, at school, at work. There was always this subtle sense of separation, like you were walking a path invisible to others. You smiled, you spoke, you played your part, but deep down you felt the quiet difference between yourself and the rest of the world. This is not by accident. This is one of the most profound signs of your chosenness. Isolation is not a punishment for the chosen ones. It is a divine strategy. Heaven hides its precious vessels before their appointed time. You were hidden, not because you were forgotten, but because you were being protected, separated. Not because you were unworthy, but because you were being preserved for something far greater. When you feel set apart from the crowd, it is because your destiny is not like the crowd's. You were never meant to follow the common road. The inner calling you have felt all your life is that silent voice that has never left you, even when you tried to blend in, even when you forced yourself to walk the same path as others. Something inside kept pulling you back to your true direction. This quiet nudge, this gentle yet unrelenting voice, is the divine guidance of the Spirit constantly leading you toward your purpose. You have tried to silence it at times, haven't you? Tried to ignore it, hoping that if you lived like everyone else, the feeling would fade. But it never did. The voice remained. It spoke to you in the stillness of the night, in the quiet moments of reflection, in the spaces between life's noise. It is there because it is part of you. It is your Creator's imprint on your soul, an eternal reminder that you have been chosen since birth. If this resonates with your journey, chosen one, I want you to type 333 in the comments right now. Let this be your confirmation. Let your spirit say yes to what your heart already knows. You see, your isolation is not random. It is sacred. It has been prepared, preparing you to hear clearly what others miss in the noise of the world. During seasons of isolation, many chosen ones discover their deepest revelations while others are distracted by the noise of life. You have been given the gift of quiet. In that quiet, you learn to hear the voice of God. With clarity, you learn to recognize divine whispers that guide your steps. You learn that being alone does not mean being abandoned. It means you are in the private classroom of the Holy Spirit. Some of your greatest growth has happened in those lonely seasons, hasn't it? When friendships faded, when relationships ended, when you felt misunderstood by even those closest to you. Something deeper was happening. God was stripping away the voices that clouded your mind so that you could hear His voice clearly. He was removing the distractions to reveal the direction. He was allowing isolation to become a sanctuary where your soul could awaken. Isolation has also protected you from the wrong influences. There were people you thought you needed, but they were never meant to walk your path. There were environments you desired, but they would have poisoned your purpose. In His mercy, God kept you separated, not to punish you, but to preserve the purity of your calling. You are not like everyone else, chosen one, and you never will be. That inner calling, that relentless pull towards something higher is not going away, and you wouldn't want it to. It is your compass in a world full of distractions. It is your lifeline. When storms surround you, it is the undeniable evidence that you are marked for more. The chosen ones carry this inner fire throughout their lives. You have been set apart for a purpose greater than you can imagine. Embrace it. It may flicker at times, but it never goes out. And today, through these words, that fire is being fanned into a stronger flame. Chosen by God means living with constant divine guidance. It means that no matter how lost you may feel on the surface, your spirit is always connected to its source. You have been guided even when you thought you were wandering. You have been protected even when you felt exposed. You have been led even when you could not see the path clearly. I want you to take a moment and reflect on all the times you felt the inner voice pulling you back from danger, redirecting your steps, reminding you of your true identity. These are the moments that prove you are not ordinary. These are the moments that show you are chosen. Comment 3003 again. If you feel the truth of this stirring in your heart right now, let it be a public affirmation of your divine identity. The isolation you have experienced is not a life sentence. It is a season of preparation. It is the sacred space where your spirit grows strong, where your purpose is refined, and where your connection to God is deepened beyond measure. Embrace it. Understand it. Use it, chosen one. Do not fear the solitude. Do not resent the quiet seasons. Know that in these moments you are closer to your Creator than ever before. Know that in this isolation, you are being equipped for a mission that will soon require all the strength and wisdom you have gained. The silent voice that never leaves you is the voice of destiny, and it is calling you forward. Even now, your inner calling is your confirmation. Your isolation is your training ground, and your future is filled with divine purpose. Walk boldly, chosen one. You are never truly alone, and you never will be. The magnetic energy of the chosen ones, why you attract both light and darkness. Chosen one, there is a force within you that you have carried since birth, whether you have fully recognized it or not. It is not visible to the human eye, but it is deeply felt in the spiritual realm, and even by those around you, often without them understanding why. This is your spiritual energy, the magnetic field that surrounds you because you are chosen by God. It is a force that naturally pulls people toward you, both those who come bearing light and those who come carrying shadows. Today, I will help you understand why your presence alone changes the atmosphere, and why you attract both blessings and battles wherever you go. From the moment you arrived in this world, your energy has been different, unique, distinct. You might have noticed how people often gravitate toward you, how strangers open up to you without explanation, how you have found yourself being the confidant, the listener, the healer. In many situations, this is not coincidence. It is because your spirit radiates a light that others are drawn to, even when they do not fully understand it themselves. Your presence brings a sense of comfort, of safety, and of spiritual clarity to those whose hearts are searching for the truth. You were chosen to carry this light, chosen to lead others through the darkness. Every encounter, every relationship is a reflection of your divine calling. You are a living vessel of God's purpose, and your energy transforms the world around you. Let it shine, chosen one, for the world needs your light now more than ever. But light, as you know, does not only attract those who seek warmth. It also draws the attention of the cold and the lost. Just as a flame attracts both the weary traveler and the lurking moth, your divine energy pulls both the good and the deceptive toward you. You may have wondered, why do broken people come to me? Why do manipulators and energy drainers find their way into my life? Chosen one, it is because your light exposes the darkness within others, and the darkness either wants to be healed by it or attempts to extinguish it. You are a spiritual mirror. When people come close to you, they see themselves more clearly. For those walking in truth, this reflection is empowering. For those hiding in shadows, it is uncomfortable, even unbearable. Some will love you for it. Others will resent you without knowing why. Some will cherish your guidance while others will try to drain your energy because they lack the light within themselves. This is the dual reality of the chosen ones, attracting both light and darkness, both allies and adversaries. I want you to pause here, chosen one, and reflect. Has this been your experience? Have you seen both genuine souls and deceptive spirits drawn to you repeatedly in your life? If so, I invite you to type 3333 in the comments right now. Let your acknowledgement be a mark of awareness and strength. Recognizing this truth will set you free from confusion and help you manage your energy with wisdom. Understand this deeply. Your energy is not ordinary. It is divine in origin. Heaven has placed a spiritual frequency within you that resonates beyond what words can explain. You uplift spaces simply by entering them. You bring clarity to conversations simply by speaking your truth. You heal hearts simply by being present. This is why your presence feels magnetic to others. They sense the divine in you, whether they are consciously aware of it or not. Yet with this gift comes responsibility. You must protect your energy. You must discern who deserves access to your space and who does not. Not everyone drawn to your light comes with good intentions. Some come to be healed and you will serve them with grace. But others come to feed off your energy without offering anything in return. These are the energy vampires, the spiritual leeches, the manipulators who sense your power and seek to exploit it. Chosen one, do not let this discourage you. Let it empower you. Let it sharpen your discernment. The fact that you attract both light and darkness is a sign of your impact in the spiritual realm. It means you are not invisible to heaven or to hell. You are recognized. You are seen. You are marked. Your magnetic energy is a gift from God, a tool to fulfill your divine purpose. Use it wisely, guard it carefully. Let it draw the right people closer and let it repel the wrong ones away. Trust your intuition when it warns you about certain individuals. Trust the quiet nudges from your spirit when it tells you to step back from draining situations. You have been given this gift, and with it comes the authority to manage it well. Chosen one, as you continue to rise in your calling, your energy will only grow stronger. Your light will shine brighter. More people will be drawn to you, both in need of healing and in attempts to hinder you. But you are prepared. You are awake. You are aware of your divine identity and your sacred responsibility. So let your light shine without fear. Let your energy flow without hesitation, but protect your soul with wisdom. Comment 333. Again, if you feel the truth of this settling in your spirit. Subscribe to Rise of the Chosen if you have not already, because this journey is far from over. Together we will continue to grow, to guard our divine energy and to fulfill the heavenly calling. Placed upon our lives, you are the chosen one, chosen by God, radiating a magnetic energy that moves both heaven and earth. Walk in this truth boldly and let your light continue to draw the right souls into your divine path. Final confirmation. How to fully accept your identity as the chosen one. Chosen one, by now, I know your spirit is awake. You have felt the truth echoing through every word we've shared. This is no longer a question of am I. It is a confirmation of yes, I am. You are not here by accident. You have been chosen by God since birth. And every step you have taken, every trial you have endured, every moment of quiet recognition in your soul, it has all been leading to this revelation. Now, let's seal this truth deep within you. Let us speak plainly about how to fully accept your identity as the chosen one. The first thing you must do, chosen one, is stop doubting. Doubt has been your silent companion for too long. It whispered to you that you were imagining things, that you were just like everyone else, that your uniqueness was a burden instead of a blessing. But today, let the voice of truth drown out the voice of doubt. You were set apart from the beginning. The signs are not coincidences. The experiences you've lived are not random. They are divine confirmations. To fully accept your identity, you must stop questioning it and start living it. Acceptance is not just a thought, it is an action. It is waking up each day, choosing to walk in your calling even when you feel unworthy. It is speaking life over yourself, declaring, "I am a chosen one," even when the world tries to label you otherwise. Right now, as you listen to these words, declare it boldly in the comments. Type, "I am chosen since birth," and let that declaration be a banner over your life. From this day forward, let it be your spiritual signature. In this moment of awakening, understand this deeply. Full acceptance means you stop looking for external validation. You no longer need the world to approve of what heaven has already ordained. People may not understand you, and they are not meant to. Your assignment is from God, not from man. Stop waiting for applause from the crowd when you were called by the Creator. Walk confidently in your divine identity, even if you walk alone for a season, chosen one. Full acceptance also requires that you honor your journey. Stop resenting your past. Stop wishing away your experiences. Instead, see them as sacred preparations. Every pain, every delay, every detour has shaped you into the vessel you are today. God wastes nothing. What seemed like setbacks were setups. What looked like loss was divine positioning. To accept your identity fully is to embrace every chapter of your story, knowing that it has been written by the hand of the Almighty. Let your heart rest in this truth. You are enough as you are. You do not need to earn the title of chosen one. You were born into it. Your spiritual awakening is not about becoming something new. It is about recognizing what has always been within you. Peel away the layers of doubt and fear, and you will see the divine imprint that has been there all along. Accept it fully, without hesitation, without apology. If you feel this truth rising within you right now, I want you to breathe it in deeply. Feel it in your bones. Let it settle in your heart. And then, as a final act of confirmation, type in the comments once more, "I am chosen since birth." Let this be your public declaration. Not for me, not for anyone else, but for your own spirit. Let the heavens record your words today as a seal upon your destiny. Remember, chosen one, acceptance unlocks activation. When you fully accept your divine identity, you begin to walk in alignment with your higher purpose. Doors will open that no man can shut. Clarity will come where there was confusion. Power will flow where there was weakness. The universe, heaven, and earth respond to those who move in the certainty of their calling. Do not delay. Do not wait for another sign. This is your sign. This is your moment. Accept it now fully, completely, and watch as your life begins to shift in ways you never imagined. Subscribe to this channel, Rise of the Chosen, if you haven't already, because this journey is just beginning. There is so much more ahead for you, and I will walk with you every step of the way. Chosen by God since birth. You are a light in this world. Shine unapologetically. Walk boldly, speak fearlessly, live fully in your purpose. This is your destiny, and it begins with full acceptance today. Final call to action and empowering closing message. Chosen one, as we come to the end of this message, I want you to pause for a moment and feel the weight of what you have just received. This is not the end. In truth, this is your beginning. Everything you have felt, everything you have survived, everything you have questioned in silence. It has all led you to this very moment of awakening. The time of wondering is over. The time of doubting is done. You now know with certainty you were chosen by God since birth. This is your divine confirmation. Heaven is not silent concerning you. The Creator Himself has placed His seal upon your life. He has called you by name, set you apart, and appointed you for a purpose greater than you can imagine. And now, chosen one, it is your turn to respond boldly. Step into your calling with the courage of one who knows they are divinely backed. Speak your truth without hesitation. Move forward without fear. Live every day as the living proof of God's power on earth. If this message has stirred something deep within your spirit, I want you to write it in the comments one final time. Type with boldness, "I am chosen since birth." Let this be the seal of this revelation in your life. Let the spiritual realm take note of your declaration. You are not hiding anymore. You are rising into your purpose, into your power, into your destiny. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, Rise of the Chosen, and tap the bell icon. This is your spiritual family, a place where your soul will be nurtured, where your fire will be kept alive, where your journey will continue to unfold in alignment with your divine assignment. We walk this path together, and you will never have to walk it alone again. Chosen one, your future is bright, your purpose is unstoppable. The pain you have faced will become the platform from which you will rise. The isolation you endured will become the place of your greatest revelation. The silent voice within you is becoming a roar that cannot be silenced. Stand tall, walk forward. Heaven is cheering you on. This is your moment. Step fully into it. Embrace your chosenness. Let the world see the light you carry. Let your life testify to the glory of God working through you. You are the chosen one, not by chance, but by divine design, and your time has come.